Nice little quick break again, and we are right back into CCA Sunday qualifying action. Going to be loser semis now. Saints green team still continuing their run. Going to run into Northern Kentucky now. Came off a great 3-0 series against, oh my god, I already forgot the name.
RPI.
Okay, I almost blacked there. Okay, RPI. It's a great 3-0 series win. They played super cleanly. Now, Northern Kentucky, as the bracket goes on, each game is going to get tougher and tougher, obviously. So St. Clair got to try to replicate that performance.
I mean, we have the opportunity here to get both the gold and green roster qualified in just one qualifier, since we were on separate sides of the bracket, or not separate sides of the bracket, but in different groups completely. And the way that it's panning out right now, we get to go up against Northern Kentucky right now, which I know personally, for whatever reason, like I say, don't sleep on teams, but I did not think much of Northern Kentucky University when I first saw them on paper on the bracket earlier this morning. However, they're all the way here into loser semifinals, and I can only imagine how strong they're going to be. We'll see in just a couple of minutes, of course. And then, assuming we do end up getting the victory here, in order for us to qualify through the lower side, we do have to take care of Penn State University's academy squad, which, of course, Penn State is probably like one of the best esports teams that was not in CRL.
Yeah, let's say it's a pretty top school for esports. Say they had enough foundation, able to start an academy team with already having a strong team. So they're gonna have a lot of depth. They're gonna be a really solid team, really solid foundation. And we are actually getting into game one here. Saints Green gonna be looking to take out NKU in this best of 5.
All right, so taking a look, we have Toasty, we have Pig, and where is the other member? We'll see in just a moment's time. Is that Rickles? Rickles, all right.
These names today have been awesome for the last couple of matches, I will have to say, for all the teams at CCA.
Other than the first one where it took me like half a game to learn it. Then otherwise, for Northern Kentucky, we're already pushing into the Saints zone. Pig is there alongside the tally. Try and push forward. That is actually going to be a centering opportunity. Ramen going to be there, though. Stops it for at least the time being, but Rickles right there in the corner trying to push it past. Not going to happen. Just kind of stuck in the corner at this moment.
Yeah, St. Clair going to try to drive it out across midfield. Kamal going to try to set something up. No boost for Vitality, but still gets a shot on net. Rickles will come through with the save, though, so made a pretty good effort there with having no boost. And Northern Kentucky going to try to dig this out over the middle. Toasty is going to get the touch on it. St. Clair should be back to play it. Vitali gets the save. Kamal with a touch off the wall. Shot over the middle will come through for Ramen. Gets the save, but the ball will stay in the offensive zone for St. Clair, so maybe they can look to make something out of it, and NKU will not allow them, although the shot was right back from Kamal. Can they get the double touch? Vitality comes through, and he will! Finishes it off the ceiling, and St. Clair with an early 1-0 advantage.
Okay, he didn't get the first time by, however, secures it the second time by. That pass from Kamal going all the way up the backboard, just using the wall as a second or a fourth teammate, basically, and Vitali, no mistake. Drops it down low after the goaltenders already made their move, and we have ourselves lead.
Yeah, just make it nice and easy with a great pass, and St. Clair's done a great job of finishing, so NKU is going to come back, though. Pig going to try to set something up off the wall. We'll get the double touch. Vitali going to try to get the challenge. Great clear out from Pig. Touch off the wall. Mid-air collision to clear out, and Rickles easily there to finish that one. Great play from Northern Kentucky.
Yeah, Vitali would have had that, but that's a beautiful play there from Pig. It would have been onto Ramen to try and make the literal most last-second jump, flip, and boost to try and reach that, and that would have been like inhuman reaction time.
Yeah, just great job by NKU there, finding the hole, closing the gap now. 1-1, 3.5 minutes left. Ramen is going to try to get the touch over middle. Vitali is going to try to set something up on the back tap. Ramen will challenge again. NKU, a little double commit there through mid. Toasty will end up getting the clear, though, and maybe they'll get a decent crack at the net. Vitali will get a save, so this has been a very strong back-and-forth match. Ramen will end up missing on the dribble as well. Kamal will get the follow, so both teams definitely got their fair share of scoring opportunities so far.
Yeah, and honestly, good on Northern Kentucky there. It looked like they were just kind of like pondering as to what to do, but it did allow them to actually think about their next play. They did get a fantastic scoring opportunity, but now they got to be hopping right back onto the defensive side of things. Pig trying to bring this one down to Toasty, sends it into the Saints zone. Pig into the crease. It's slow crawling, big push again, but barely. Ramen is going to have to flip his way forward to try and get a piece of that. Not much boost in the tank. Was able to get it, but does finally get him some boost and tries to clear it.
Yeah, these offensive zone pushes for both teams have been absolutely maniacal right now. We saw a shot, save, and double demo come through for NKU last time with St. Clair. Now the Saints going to try to set something up. Kamal with a chip over the middle. Ramen going to dig it into the corner, try to find something. Pig once again there to challenge. We'll get the double touch. Trying to get the clear. We'll end up beating Kamal for the ball as well. Vitali Gonna stop by, get that boost. Kamal gonna set the thing up. Actually, Vitaly will end up getting his own follow. Kamal gets the shot. Rickles is gonna come through with the save, so St. Clair pressing the action pretty well here for both teams, trying to break this deadlock.
I mean, some plays similar to what we saw versus RPI, where it looks like it was one Saint that was taking the shot when it ended up being the other. And a big pass, actually, Vitaly was right there. But a rebound possible off the post. Can Vitaly get there? No, that is going to be, I believe that was Pig there to make the save, clear it out of the crease, and just get it out of the danger zone of sorts. They may not be able to push this for the moment, but at least it's not in their crease.
Yeah, you know, hey, if the ball doesn't go in the net, even if it stays in your zone for a little bit, you just try to bide your time and get it out. Although St. Clair still pressing, Rickles is going to get the touch. Toasty going to try to get the follow. No boost to dribble it though, so Kamal will be the first one there. He also runs out of boost midair, so Rickles will end up getting the clear, gets that full boost on the side. Rickles will try to get the challenge though. Nice little pass to Toasty. Shot comes through. Vitaly with a fantastic save on the left side of the net.
Okay, Rickles came in clutch there defensively, just exhausting the boost tank with 12 boost, just making these saves. Again, not hitting it very hard, but just enough to stall it for somebody else. Did lead to a lot of these Northern Kentucky offensive opportunities. The double demo, we're just going to take both of them out the field, why don't we? Both to the box. And this is a breakaway opportunity, but unfortunately there for Rickles, could not get a tire on it. That, I thought, was actually an open net.
Yeah, I think that was maybe a miscommunication or a misclick or something, because that either should have been a goal on the breakaway or it should have been an easy pass and cleanup, it looked like, for NKU. So St. Clair, you're definitely going to take that one, wipe the sweat off your brow. You got a minute left before overtime. We are still deadlocked at 1, and the ball just kind of sitting in the same zone right now. No one really pushing for it, but Vitaly will go get the touch. Toasty going to get the hit, but St. Clair with a decent little offensive breakout. They might be able to put some pressure and get a chance.
Yeah, Kamal in the corner. It's going to bounce out, but Pig is going to be there to make sure it doesn't at least go to Vitaly. Rahman with the interception, though. He's been absolutely godlike at this throughout this entire tournament, just reading these passes and just all of a sudden turning them into offensive opportunities. Did get a shot off, but not quite enough to get something done. Another big check there from Pig, the hockey commentator, apparently.
Yeah.
Forechecking, what am I talking about? But we do see Toasty driving on through, trying to get the shot. Vitaly again, offensively, defensively, he is there. And Rahman, good little demo onto Rickles, who's been critical for the NKU defense.
Yeah, I mean, the situation calls for it. Pig is going to clear out and try to screen the goalie every other play. Basically is playing hockey at that point. Vitaly is going to try to get the challenge. It's going to be stuck in the NKU corner. Pig going to try to do something with it. He'll get checked on his own. Rahman will get the collision. Kamal going to try to come through and make something happen. St. Clair might have one more crack before OT. Pass comes midair. Rahman gets the shot, unable to find the back of the net. And we are going to overtime in game 1.
Okay, it was a solid opportunity, but yeah, I don't think there's a way that does not hit the ground at that point. Pop fly going into the NKU zone. Kamal getting demoed basically right off of the face-off, and some good pushes here for Rickles to at least get it back into the St. Clair zone. And okay, we just have demos all over the place at this point. This game is getting feisty, and I like it.
And the one thing that Pig is doing really, really well, besides just getting the demos and collisions, every time he seems to get one, the timing is so good that a great play for NKU almost seems to spawn every single time he goes in there. Toasty, nice little chip out of the corner. Rahman, luckily there for the rotation, able to clear it away. Gonna try to set Kamal in the mid. Rickles will get there first for the challenge. Pig gonna try to build something out in the corner. St. Clair is gonna take it across. Kamal gonna try to get the air dribble. Will miss the ball. Shot almost would have went through St. Clair on the double commit. That could have been very dangerous. Still not out of the woods yet though. Vitaly and Kamal trying to size it up. Rahman will end up being there to get the clear, so St. Clair avoids a scary one right there.
I mean, the only problem with Pig getting in all of these aggressive opportunities is that he's blowing his boost on trying to demo. Meanwhile, when the actual defensive or offensive opportunity happens, he doesn't have enough left in the tank. And sure enough, actually, Vitaly is going to just get a little bit of a revenge kill here onto Pig to allow for maybe a little bit of a better offensive opportunity. And we'll see, again, just because that demo stuck with next to nothing. Granted, was playing some good interference with Kamal, but yet the offense is still in Saint's favor. One more opportunity, but no, there we go. Pig comes back with the save.
Yeah, it seems like both teams are almost content to play team deathmatch because they're going for more demos and goals half time. Like you said, they're emptying the boost tank to get demos or collisions and not necessarily to make plays. Kamal, great double touch. NKU will drive it into the zone. Toasty gonna have a great shot at the net. Fantastic save on the double touch. The redirect will come through. St. Clair still not out of the woods yet. Toasty gonna try to get the touch. Vitaly clears it out of the net, and St. Clair lives to fight another day.
Absolutely unbelievable. If Vitaly just went for it right away, he would have probably knocked it into his own net with the way that was going. The perfect delay in such a high tense situation is absolutely critical. And Vitaly got demoed, but he still managed to center the ball. Kamal up there looking for one. Rahman was there, but some good defense on the side of NKU to not let that get anywhere near the ground. And okay, there's parts everywhere at this point. Is this Overwatch? Because we're just playing in Junkertown at this point.
Pretty much, yeah. Rahman gonna get the save there. Toasty with a good shot at net. Both teams have absolutely shown great offensive prowess. A misdirection on the ball, unable to read the angle, and Rickles will be there to clean it up. And St. Clair will fall 2-1 in game 1 to Northern Kentucky.
Oh, that contest from Pig just absolutely made it happen.
Yep.
And good on Rickles to finish the job. Holy smokes, what a game one. And I am already extremely excited. If this is the kind of series that we're going to get, I say it time and time again when I'm on the broadcast, I love watching the Saints do well and all, but at the same time, the showman in me wants to see a good matchup. And honestly, Northern Kentucky, thank you. This is what I like to see.
Yeah, this has been the first like really good back and forth game that we've seen the entire day pretty much. It's been pretty much like, even if like the series was close, we've been seeing a lot of like 4 or 5-0 stomps. So to have a game like that, so back and forth, so many chances for both sides getting created. Pig doing an excellent job of just clearing out whether it was midair, on the ground. Northern Kentucky able to just find the back of the net there in overtime. And now St. Clair, I wouldn't even call that a slow start, but they got to work ahead now.
I mean, Pig just set the tone of the match, like right off the bat, where just you knew that they were going to get feisty right away. And it wasn't even necessarily that NKU as a whole were being feisty. It was just Pig.
Yeah.
So, yes, you'd want some of that revenge shots to be onto Pig, but it ends up meaning that some of these other players get to kind of get around scot-free. And in that case there, Rickles was able to absolutely benefit to put NKU a match ahead here. But, of course, clean slate, new match, or not new match, new game this time by NKU is going to be up 1 and starting things off in the NKU zone.
Yeah, I think they're doing a really good job so far, just controlling the ball in the corner, trying to wait for that setup to open. Toasty is going to get the clear towards mid. Pig with the double touch. Going to go back toward the St. Clair net. Vitaly or Kamal should be there to play it, and he will clear it over mid. Quick touch off the wall by Vitaly. Robin going to try to get the follow. Will end up putting it back in the corner. Might have been able to put that one on net, but not sure if he had the room for it. So going to have to rotate back on defense now. At 0 boost, going to pick up a little bit there and try to get the contest. Vitaly will get demoed as well, so thankfully St. Clair are able to get that clear. NKU, quick little reset in the defensive end.
Okay, Toasty, I see you. You're going to play this game too, aren't you? As we now do see drop down, Vitaly shot off the post. Rebound, and he gets it! Nicely done there to just keep the foot into the gas. Ramen off the ceiling with that pass, and then Vitaly's basically just going to use that crossbar right in the corner, actually, and just pass it right back to him. That could not have been more perfect of a bounce. St. Clair take the lead early in game number 2. Yeah, fantastic mid-air adjustment there by Vitaly, able to turn the car around, get the double touch off the post, off the beautiful setup that he created. St. Clair gets that one early in the game. Nice, strong lead now. If you're St. Clair, keep pressing the action. The team that has had success in this series has been the one living in the offensive zone. So both teams, I think they know that. Great shot there by Toasty on the redirect, but Ramen is there for the save. And St. Clair gonna break it out again. We'll get stopped. Ramen will get a good shot at the net here. We'll be a little bit too high and wide. Toasty gonna try to keep it out. Kamal will end up getting the challenge and keeping it in for the time being. NKU, this is one of those danger moments when the ball just slowly creeping over on the goal and you can't get the ball cleared out. Rickles will get the touch though. Ramen sends it back toward middle, and both teams just going to try to find an opening right now. I mean, I like that breakout that NKU tried to do. Unfortunately, Rickles had absolutely no boost to make something happen. They finally get there, but again, I'd never see Pig with any boost, like ever, whenever on his point of view. I mean, this literally the definition of just sending it, I guess, is the way Pig plays, which honestly I do respect. Don't get me wrong. And he's making it happen regardless of the resources that he has available, still keeping it in the St. Clair zone. Toasty is here to try and make a play off this. How does Vitaly respond? That was actually a pretty good clear, though. It got away from everybody. Yeah, St. Clair got pretty much all their boost jacked in the back end, and Vitaly, they had to get that ball far out to get a nice little mental reset, get the boost back, get the rotations back in order. And now, NKU going to break it out again. Rickles going to try to air dribble. Ramen is going to be there for the challenge. Nice. Fantastic job on the challenge, just waiting, being very patient, waiting for the last moment and clearing it out. Now Vitaly going to try to break something out. Going to try to get the collision on Pig and try to clear it out. Pig is going to try to air dribble the ball. Going to take it toward the St. Clair net. Still got some boost to play with. Kamal with a great job, but will NKU get the redirect? Unable to do so in St. Clair. NKU has had plenty of chances, and St. Clair finds a way to close the door once more. And sure enough, the one time I see Pig with boost and an offensive opportunity, he actually really got close. That was a nice little air dribble. I haven't really seen that from him so far in that series, but definitely not afraid to capitalize on it. Meanwhile, back into the NKU zone for just a moment. Pop fly towards the net off the crossbar. We have Ramen up to the skies. There's a shot available. Kamal had to slow down for it, however. Not going to be able to get all of it, so Pig's going to capitalize. Yeah, Kamal tried to hit the flip, realized halfway through. Might not have been a good idea to commit. Probably wouldn't have got there, and then there would have been, I think, only one man maybe back on D, if any. So just play patient there. Let NKU take the ball out. Now still a 1-0 lead. 1:40 on the clock. NKU has been pressing the action and getting a lot of chances. Kamal going to try to get a shot there. Will miss the net. Vitaly going to try to clear out here, but St. Clair just trying to play offensive zone time against NKU now. You do not want to give NKU a bunch of cracks at the net. Yeah, even from their own zone, it's going to be kind of dangerous. Nicely done there from Toasty to try and get that shot on target, but a good save there as well. But this is just, the opportunities are there. for NKU. And to be fair, a lot of these clearing attempts too that they've been doing have been net threatening, even from like their own crease. They're good shots. So if Saints, for whatever reason, double or triple commits, they could find themselves giving away a strike rate.
Yeah, and the only thing too, with the way Pig was clearing out the net, even having one guy back there might not necessarily be enough on some of these clearouts. So if you're St. Clair, you got to keep your head on the swivel and make sure those rotations are locked in, because Pig and all those guys are running out there looking for anything and everything. Ramen is going to get challenged. We'll get the ball knocked through. Pig will get a free crack in the net, unable to bury it, and then NKU will finally put it back in. But if you were Pig, your heart must have stopped after not burying that one.
Okay, you get Toasty a drink at the end of the night after that one, because that could have been brutal. Like, Pig had the right idea, put it in the bottom right corner, but not across the goal line. But thankfully there for the entirety of NKU, they're able to tie this one up and kind of shut down some of that momentum that the Saints may have had, to the point where Vitaly's actually looking for a solo play. Yeah,
little flip reset, trying to bury the ball in the offensive end. Still, now we're at 1-1, 30 seconds left, so this game is in either team's hands. It's who wants to make the play and who will make the play. Toasty going to try to challenge the ball here. We'll take it out the corner, try to clear it out. St. Clair going to keep it in the zone, though. Double demo coming through, so 2v2. Quick little backflip by Vitaly, unable to get a clear shot on the net, and NKU will try to look for the breakout.
That would have been such a hard angle to try and do it. I respect him for trying to go for it. However, Rickles from the crease would have had that on target. Kamal is there, though. Has a tiny bit of boost in the pocket. Now next to nothing. Time ticking down less, or next time that hits the ground, it's over. And overtime is on the cards here for game number 2. And Saints, I feel like they need this bad. You don't want to be 2-0 or 0-2 this early in the series.
Yeah, so you don't want to go down, especially when you had a 1-0 lead, and it wasn't a bad goal, but to give up that goal so late in the game when you maybe thought you had it, just had to close it out. Our NKU here with a great pressure in the zone. They're going to try to get a few cracks in that. Ramen is going to try to break it out over middle. Quick little flip reset, trying to find the corner. Will be turned away by Toasty. Very good shot for St. Clair. Another redirect. Great shot at the net as well. So back-to-back saves coming through for NKU, and St. Clair absolutely throttling the gas right now.
Yeah, absolutely are. However, what is their defense looking like? It seems like there's still somebody back at all times, thankfully. And that is where things could get scary, because it does not take this NKU squad much ground in the arena in general to get that on target. Kamal shot that would have definitely been on target. Rickles is going to be right there with the stop, however. Ramen maybe overcommitted himself a little bit on that play. Tries to make the flip. That's what happened. Kamal, nice shot on target. Vitaly tries to pinch it in there. It's not quite going to make it, though. Big save for Rickles as he tries to clear it out, but Kamal's bringing this right back in.
Great double touch off the ceiling, unable to find the touch. St. Clair just rifling it off above the net, back and forth, and just doing an excellent job so far of keeping NKU from getting pretty much any shots on net. Kamal playing that midline like a demon, just trying to keep everything in front of him. And St. Clair has had shot after shot. I think they've had 4 or 5 shots already in OT, but NKU just turning everything away and trying to create some offense now.
Yeah, it's all been either put to the corner or right off the post and out, so keeping themselves safe even amidst all that pressure. NKU looking not too bad. This is going to be a dangerous one right through. Ramen gets demoed. Nice little one from Rickles, and oh my goodness, Vitaly gets past the goal line at the last possible second. Absolute robbery there from Pig, and another big save. Toasty was right there. Ramen with that one being credited, and then one more.
Oh my goodness!
Ramen was even there too as well. Shot after shot. Okay, we just completely flipped the script here. It's NKU going on a shooting spree.
Yeah, back to back to back. Definitely game-saving saves from the side of St. Clair. And two of those times, NKU tried to send one to clear out the goalie. And I think Vitaly was able to avoid the collision in net, able to come out with the save. I think all 3 of the Saints actually picked up a save there. So just fantastic job turning offense to defense. Ball off the crossbar again. NKU is drawing a chalk outline around this net right now. St. Clair just praying one doesn't find home.
Oh my goodness, they just absolutely got blessed in that regard, but Rickles is still here to try and make another play happen. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. We've just gone through another half a game, and Toasty is going to find it, getting the second goal of the game as far right as you possibly could without hitting that post. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, it looks like a couple of the Saints actually had a collision in the net there. Kamal and Ramen maybe had a little bit of a bump with each other, kind of set them off for a second or two in Rocket League, especially as we just said, NKU, the way they were sending the ball flying down the pitch back and forth, you have no time to read and no time to react. So they get a setup like that in front of the net, able to crack it in, and now came back from that 1-0 deficit, and now they hold a commanding 2-0 series lead. Yeah,
now this is where we need download to actually complete here, right now, which, to be fair, these have been extremely close games, and again, one bounce just changes the atmosphere of any of these games right now, because even taking a look at the shots for this time by, it was 11-10, and if anything, Saints had the advantage in terms of the shots.
The Saints were probably up like 5 shots with like 30 seconds before the game ended, and then NKU flooded them.
That last minute from NKU was just clutch. It was just shot after shot after shot, and honestly, if it didn't go in, it would have been a robbery because there's so many of those that hit crossbars. To be fair, Ramen was absolutely cracked in the net and just constantly making saves. Maybe 2 or 3 within like a 20-second span. But it was not quite enough to get the job done. So this is now match and tournament points here for the Saints. Life, to say the least. We have ourselves right back into the NKU zone, but it is going to be pushed aside.
Yeah, right where we left off. Couple of bumps, shot, and a save already. Shot will come through. Ramen with a great save, but St. Clair definitely have to clear the ball at Kamal. We'll try to get the touch over the net. Toasty going to try to set something up over the middle. St. Clair with a pretty favorable bounce there, but Pig will play it off the wall. Try to get the double touch. Will do so with the back end. And now St. Clair going to have to get boost and try to reset and clear this one out.
Toasty going to bring this one in. Looked to maybe try and play it himself, but not quite going to get the shot that they were looking for that time by. Pig sends it back after making some contact with Vitali. Going to have a bit of a drag race here. Rickles has it for the moment, but again, just slowing it down. Don't have to make a play just yet. Nobody was on yet. Nice little pass off to Rickles once again. Can he get the center? It's looking pretty good, and I like that they're taking their time. This is like slower, but more methodical, but yet not crawling. This is interesting.
Yeah, it's what I like to call controlled chaos. When everything seems a little bit hectic, but you can see like the pacing has definitely slowed a little bit, so the action hasn't been lacking, but the pace slowed down a little bit. Both teams kind of went, okay, we just played a barn burner in overtime. There was like 7 or 8 shots in the last minute. Like, let's just try to set something up because the defense was great. It was like a bend, don't break defense. But if you're St. Clair and I guess NKU, offense was the one thing. Even though they're getting a lot of good shots, and Toasty with another one, and we'll get the double touch to keep Rickles away from the shot. But both teams just a little bit struggling offensively, just trying to open up those chances. And NKU still hunting St. Clair in their zone.
I mean, Pig doing what Pig was doing best, right? Like next to no boost, but still trying to punch the St. Clair cars just out of the way and make things just that much more difficult. But now we have Saints in the NKU zone. They had the opportunity, but it's going to be intercepted. This could be bad. Toasty is cruising on through, but Ramen again is going to be sitting there back in the net, ready to go. Just, I don't know what it is, because I know that like Rocket League players, they rotate. They don't necessarily have roles. But it seems like Ramen is just like the all-star goaltender right now. Yeah,
I think when you got the hot hand and you've been playing that well, especially like I will say maybe I wanted to see him try to get 1 or 2 offensive chances if he could see a breakout or see an opportunity. But when you got the hot hand in net, even though you have to rotate, just let the guy do his thing. He's made 7 or 8 saves the last 2 games. Just keep letting him do his thing. Kamal and Vitali are gonna have to definitely make something happen on the offensive end, because we had a 2-1 game last time. St. Clair only scored 1 goal, and now we're already halfway through, and still no goals on the board. And Kamal will luckily keep it that way for St. Clair.
Okay, Toasty has been able to find his way into the crease more times than I am comfortable to admit. Like, these don't even look necessarily super threatening until he's point blank with the net. Like, it's absolutely brutal. And speaking of point blank with the net, that was actually on the goal line. But Kamal going to get there just in time. So Saints are in a very scary spot, because it just feels like they do not have the control right now compared to what NKU is trying to pull off.
Yeah, this feels like deja vu of overtime, where St. Clair just gets boost-starved in the corners, and NKU just finds a way to keep digging at the net. And we know the way NKU's been playing it, as you said earlier, Toasty just flying across that crease. Great little touch. Once again, Kamal will be there for the challenge, but NKU just so much pressure and just going to find ways, and eventually those pipes are going to burst. So St. Clair, you have to start putting some offensive zone time together.
And now Kamal does manage to find his way out of the Saints zone, attempts to make the center, but it's a little bit too hard. It does go over to Ramen, however. The talent is here as well, but this was just too hard of a pass to try and control. And if anything, it was Pig who tries to make the offensive opportunity happen out of it. An awkward bounce, however. This thing's going to crawl in. Ramen is going to get credited for this one. Puts the Saints in the lead again after just taking it from his crease.
Yeah, Ramen. Looks like Toasty either misread it. Maybe he got a little bump in midair as well for a little redirection, but I can't count how many times we've seen St. Clair score a goal in that fashion today alone. Just, it seems every other time they need a goal, whether it's a good or a bad one, they find it. And now you got to play smart with the lead, though, because last time they got scored, I think it was 38 seconds, they end up losing the game. So, until this clock says 3-0, that NKU will not die. So you have to make sure you're on the game, and NKU definitely going to be looking to put that zone time back together.
Yeah, honestly, NKU at this point here, too, because they have the 2-game advantage of both those wins already, they can afford to take a couple of extra aggressive spots to try and just end this now. And in a worst-case scenario, they have to go through another game. it is what it is. Of course, you want to try and get done as quick as possible. As we do see Toasty lines it up, looks for the shot, but it is going to be pushed aside. And actually, Rickles again is going to find himself on the scoreboard. Saints not able to hold the lead once again after Pig's initial shot goes wide, but a sharp angle shot, and Pig, good job to stall out on Ramen as well. Just making himself a wall to stop that shot from getting stopped.
NKU got a massive demo, so they had the respawn timer to play with. Then Pig basically set a dirty screen in the net, unable to do anything. So coming off the demo on the respawn, no chance to jump in the air in time to stop it. NKU, just as we said, answers back with under a minute to go in the game. And now St. Clair got to find another way to score a goal because they haven't really put much consistent offensive pressure together. So they have to really find a way to get consistent chances instead of just like these one-off breakaways or these little one-off tricks that are working.
Yeah, granted, once they get those, they've been pretty decent at converting them, but it'd be nice to have more opportunities in general. They don't have to necessarily be perfect opportunities, as we do see a backboard shot here. Kamal looking to control it. There is a goaltender. Nice little stall, actually. Vitali is there, but it does get interfered with at the end.
Now 10 seconds in Game 3, St. Clair fighting for their lives. NKU will be on golden goal for the series. Overtime barring in just 5 seconds. Pig will try to break it out. St. Clair maybe will try to get this one out.
Center.
Well, decent shot of the net. Ramen look at the center, but right back into their corner. Now maybe NKU can threaten once or twice here. Okay. Ball will fall in the crease, and now we are on to overtime. NKU trying to close out St. Clair, and St. Clair fighting to stay alive in CCA.
Oh, no, I feel like we've been here before. Let's hope that we can take care of this one. Not biased at all, but a nice little backboard shot here. Just to get the shot again, and okay, Ramen is just not going to waste any time. Not even like 15 seconds into this one. Kamal off the backboard. That was a slow crawler too. I thought it was going to get cleared, but Toasty couldn't bring it to the back and just could not make the save. So Ramen is going to keep the Saints dream alive.
And I think that's great that St. Clair scored that one quickly because the mental tax to play back-to-back like 4-minute overtimes when the game, you know, the series is on the line, not just when it was in Game 2 and like just facing the pressure of NKU. So St. Clair, that was massive to come out and get that goal. And now they have a little sliver of hope to claw their way back in.
That was 4 shots to 10.
Wow.
And the fact that Saints were able to clutch that is just absolutely insane, to say the least. There, like,
yeah, 2 goals on 4 shots, and the one was a breakaway.
Low key, that's like Spitfire vibes. I see from coming out here from our St. Clair green roster. We may be getting completely outclassed in terms of shots, but right now, at least off of that game, we executed, but that's a dangerous game to play. Yeah,
you don't want to play that game with NKU because they say NKU's clearly, they've been having a really good run today, and they've come out hot. Pig immediately with the crack of the net, so NKU wasting no time after the OT. They want to get out and put the foot on St. Clair and try to end this thing because they do not want to let St. Clair hang around and push this to a map 5.
Absolutely, and we were hitting the gas and hitting the net right as soon as this ball basically dropped. Ramen forced to already make a save here. We do have one in the sky. It's going to be Toasty over to Rickles. Pigs in the net. He's doing what he does best. He was hunting, and you could see, I think that was Vitali, just dives right into his own net just to dodge the incoming like attempted goaltender interference from Pig. But honestly, good adjustment in his own right.
Yeah, good job. Pig has been having a lot of success with this, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So keep trying to keep that goalie cleared out. Try to get the bumps tally. Going to play it off the top of the net. Going to send it way back down for St. Clair. Kamal with the touch. Will get touched up by Rickle. We'll send it back for a bit, but St. Clair still going to try to put some pressure on Ramen. We'll have to rotate back, though, and try to play this ball and gain possession for St. Clair.
Does not have much boost until this very moment. He's going to have to force a drag race. That's a dangerous spot to be in. But thankfully, was able to push it past the post just in time. But we have ourselves another opportunity. Toasty trying to knock it down, but it does get interfered with. Pig through the center, looking to set somebody up. Not quite going to find it, though. Kamal, good little bounce over Rickles. However, Toasty was right there for that exact reason. So now we're back in the NKU zone, but Saints going to take a breather, it looks like, at this moment, just trying to get some boost until Kamal picks it up.
Yeah, Pig going to get a really soft touch on the ball. Maybe had no boost. St. Clair almost getting his chance at a shot there, but Vitali is going to try to keep it. Ball will go toward the middle. Ramen is going to try to play it. Him and Pig can lock horns a little bit there at midfield. We'll get the shot will come through for Pig. Vitali going to be on the save. Another shot comes through. St. Clair with a very, very close chance there. NKU almost took the lead a minute and a half into this game, and they are still pressing. It's Pig trying to make something happen now. Toasty going to get the ball intercepted by Kamal. And had a pretty good back and forth, but NKU definitely has shown more pressure this game so far.
Yeah, they're going to be put back into their own zone for just the time being. Vitali does manage to get himself the shot, so he's going to make the save in that regard. But now, this could be the opportunity now for Saints to put some pressure back onto the defensive side of things of NKU. Vitali centering, but nobody going to be there this time by. So now it's going to be back to center where we have Kamal waiting and actually gets past 2 of the defenders up until Rickles gets a good shot down into the field.
Yeah, Vitaly gonna make the save there, chip it into the corner, try to set something up. Will get almost intercepted, but the ball will end up finding its way just out of the hands of NKU there. Toasty will get a good crack to the net. Ramen maybe either wasn't ready, didn't have booster, wasn't set. NKU gonna take a 1-0 lead. I want to see here what's happened because Rickles with a great little play there off the wall. Toasty with a really good shot of the net there, and Ramen caught reversing. That's what it was. It just couldn't get the flip and couldn't get the boost going, and Ramen unable to find the save. And NKU goals have been hard to come by in this series. That might mean a lot for him.
I mean, we've seen time and time again from this NKU squad. It could be a little bit of an awkward angle shot, but they managed to snipe it in there. No redirections necessary. So beautifully done to get themselves the lead. I think they're for the first time they're getting. Oh, excuse me.
Almost.
For the first time in this series, I think they're the first ones to get the first goal.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think St. Clair opened the score in both of the other games. I think NKU barely even had the lead most of this series, but they've outplayed St. Clair for 2 minutes, and in the 2 minutes they've been able to find 2 of those wins. And now St. Clair 2 minutes left possibly in the CCA run. Great shot by Vitaly, going to be turned away by Toasty. St. Clair going to need to put something together, going to have to work because they've been playing great on defense so far, but now you got to start generating some offense. You have no choice but to make some up.
Yeah, and Saints don't have the luxury that NKU did in the past games where, sure, they might be down, but they can afford to make these extra aggressive opportunities because they have a couple games of a lead. No, this is your tournament life on the line here. So, yeah, you can make these aggressive moves, but if it goes wrong, you're done.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a nerve-wracking position to have to be in.
Yeah.
Not to mention, this is probably the first time that Saints have been trailing in this entire game because all of these losses have been like last-second goals.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, now you're down 1-0, and like you said, the added pressure of the series being on the line as well. NKU looks like they're living up to the moment, just doing a great job keeping the ball out of their net and out of their crease. St. Clair can't really put together back-to-back shots. They'll get a good shot here and there with a decent setup, but they just can't get those rebounds and those chippy to get that dirty net play going. Rickles will end up clearing the ball. Vitaly will get the shot. St. Clair is pressing now. Vitaly with another back tap. No Saints are there to follow it up. We got 3 NKU members in the net. Kamal going to try to set something up possibly, but NKU going to be back on rotation. And now 60 seconds possibly left in St. Clair's run.
Yeah, and honestly, like, good on Kamal to slow it down once again, but the time is definitely not on your side here. With only a couple seconds left to go in this game. You need one quickly. The little bounce pass is going to catch Rickles off guard. Is this going to crawl in? It absolutely is! Kamal, again, is just going to find the miracle shot of sorts, again, from the corner, and it was just a solid bouncer.
Just, yeah, weird angle, weird timing by hook or by crook. St. Clair keeps finding a way to put the ball in the net, and while that's great, you want to make sure you tie the game. I still don't love what I've been seeing from them offensively, so you really need to play a clean game here because NKU, we've seen when they get the ball in the zone, they end up doing really good things with it pretty quickly as well. St. Clair just got to find another way to put a second goal in there and try to close this one out.
Yeah, it's hard to be consistent when you're consistently the one without the shot.
Yeah.
So it's a scary game to play, like I was saying, in between games. But now 30 seconds, all tied up. This is a position that both teams have been in basically this entire series. The last minute of play has always been such a pressurized position to try and be in. Now, huge pass, but it is going to be pushed aside. Toasty, no! It's going to be stopped by Kamal, and the Saints are hanging on.
The Saints are lucky that second shot went on the ground. If that thing was even 2 feet in the air, there was no boost amongst the St. Clair members. That would have been buried in the net. I'm almost certain of it. However, it is not. And we will go back to overtime in Game 4. St. Clair fighting to keep their CCA lives.
3 overtimes and 4 games. It just goes to show the quality of the match we have here. And Saints just being able to hang on. But, of course, they need this one. Otherwise, it's game over for today. Still, of course, have another option or opportunity come Thursday, but don't want to have to use it if we don't have to. Kamal going to try and bring it in, but just kind of stuck midfield.
Ramen going to try to get the touch there and able to find the net. Really a decent little shot. Toasty will end up walking it up. NKU with a great shot.
Wow.
Great touch off the top of the net. Toasty buries it, and NKU buries St. Clair and CCA.
Holy smokes, such an amazing touch off the backboard. Vitaly had the right idea, but I like the extra little angle that Toasty angled the car in order to push that more so towards the left rather than just directly straight down, because otherwise Vitaly would have absolutely had that. So that is going to put the Saints out in 4th position here in the East Qualifier number 1, which unfortunately is not going to put them into the CCA Summer Series. But like I was saying just a moment ago, there is still a second chance qualifier via the Eastern Qualifier 2 that happens on Thursday. So we'll be seeing them then.
Yeah, and I like what I saw out of the series today. They definitely got better as the day went on. NKU was maybe a stronger team than I think anyone might think, because
Absolutely.
the way they kind of do everything well. They seem to pass the ball well. They get good shots. They play really solid defense. They're very good at clearing out the net, which seems to be like maybe St. Clair's almost Achilles heel today. They just got like they felt trapped in their zone way too often.
At least early,
they couldn't create space. That was I think like their biggest issue of the series.
Yeah, because you could see like Ramen and Vitali, like everybody was basically adjusting their defensive play to kind of understand that, okay, Pig's coming for us. Let's make sure that we're dodging him, but still keeping us in a position that we can actually make saves.
Yeah.
And later on in the series, like game 3, game 4, that looked really good. But that really hurt them in game number 1 and 2, which unfortunately in the best of 5 series, that's still just as valuable. And we may have gotten 1 on the board, but not quite enough to get the job done here today.
And ultimately, that's how close Rocket League is. I think we had 3 overtime games, all finished 2-1. So no matter how you get it, as the ball breaks one way or the other, St. Clair on the bottom side tonight, great job. It's a great day overall. They played well throughout the entire series, especially with the roster changes. Vitali stepping in actually played extremely well. So always a good bright spot to see. Now they've got to look to push to Thursday in the CCA last chance qualifiers.
Absolutely. Going to be looking forward to seeing the roster compete a little bit more often. And then I will say, like, seeing Vitali come on back here and like meshing in with the Saints roster, it is definitely nice. And it brings an extra like offensive, but yet maybe a little bit more defensive centric mindset to it. Like I was saying before during the pre-show, like still one of the smartest players that I know personally. Yeah. And like time and time again, he was there for the saves and set up a couple good plays. But I will also give a shout out to everybody on the Saints roster, of course. Ramen, he's had hat tricks today. He's also had like 7 saves in a game. So
the
offensively, defensively, absolutely crushing it. And of course, why the heck am I pulling a blank on
Kamal?
Yes, of course, Kamal. That's the thing. Kamal had a quiet day,
but
it's because he's always been the one doing the assists and defensively as well. Had a couple goals in his own right, but still, everybody was playing very, very well. I'm not nervous necessarily going into this next Eastern Qualifiers number 2. I think we have genuinely a very, very good shot. But it is not going to be easy. So it's definitely something, if you have not done so already, follow the channel to make sure you catch it live.
Saves. We'll be back on Thursday. They just got to find that offensive spark. If they can, got to get the offense going. The defense has looked really good, and defense and rotations is a lot harder to learn than like creating space offensively, because it's a lot more like game planning and behind the scenes work. Offensively is just trying to make things happen mechanically a lot of the time. So hopefully we see a little more of that moving forward. That'll be a Thursday. Cannot wait. Yeah,
Thursday, 7 o'clock. So a little bit more of the time slot that we're used to kind of competing into in that 7 o'clock time slot. So be sure to join us there. Of course, all of our social medias, Saints Gaming CA, regardless of it, whether it's Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, we're all over the place. And our content team is looking to go absolutely crazy, especially going into the new year with the new facility. But we're not waiting till then. Just like how we're not waiting. We're still in the classroom. We're still exactly where we were last semester. But there's games to be played, and we want to make sure you see everything.
Yes, absolutely. I say it was an awesome day. Great Rocket League all around. And I think give one little thank you to our sponsors as well to wrap things off.
Absolutely. Sounds good to me.
All good. Don't want to step on any toes. All good. We'll start off with my personal favorite, going to be Crunchyroll, anime and manga streaming service, the biggest in the world. You can get a 14-day premium free trial at crunchyroll.com/Saints. I use it almost every day. They have so much content. 14 days definitely will not be enough. We've been loving having them around the last year and a half, 2 years almost at this point. It's time's kind of flying by, or like almost a year at this point. So thanks so much to them. And then a little shout out to our other sponsors, being Tim Hortons, the SRC, the Zuckerman School of Business, the St. Clair College Alumni Association. Thank you guys so much for letting us do what we do and putting on a show for you guys.
And did you like the Tim Hortons double-double?
Yeah.
You can tell I've been too long without a coffee today, apparently. But time to go get one, I suppose. That being said, time to close on up for today. Some epic runs, of course. Just to recap real quick, Saints Gold, they're able to make their way into the CCA Summer Series all the way through the winner's side of things in a very, very surprisingly fast fashion, to be completely honest.
Yeah, they were done like an hour and a half, it felt like.
Then Green made it pretty decently through the winner's bracket, only to fall to literally the champions of last year.
Champions of the world.
Champions of the world from, or not even from last year, but from last season.
2 weeks ago. The world was like 2 weeks ago. It was like 12.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I saw, it's Saints Green going up against it's Lion Blaze and Hockey, and I'm like, oh, no. Like, we knew that it was going to be a tough one, and in which it was. But to be fair, they kept their foot in the gas and kept on going. And unfortunately, fortunately, they had a pretty decent run through the lower bracket. But it does fall here versus Northern Kentucky, which was honestly a sleeper pick throughout this entire
Yeah, I
bracket.
think they'll be a dark horse for a lot of people moving through CCA, and if they go on to any, I think they'll be the dark horse pick for a lot of people that are going to be making some brackets.
Yeah, low key, I'm hoping that they get through the lower side right now, so we don't have to deal with them on Thursday.
Yeah,
or have the chance, because they're definitely a good squad.
Yeah.
But that being said, let's close it out. Why don't we? Thank you all for tuning in. Of course, giving support regardless of which Rocket League squad we had on the broadcast. Thank you so much, and we will see you all on Thursday.